What's up, guys? Rick down here, Moly Outdoors. Welcome back to another Tech Tip Tuesday. It's the day before Halloween, and this is a great time of the year as we start seeing some different salmon species showing up into our rivers and saltwater systems. Right now, usually this time of year brings us some heavy rains, the changes of fall, and with that, we're at the later push of those B-run silvers. But we also get a fun run of salmon in a lot of our western Washington rivers, the Chum. And these things are really something that is overlooked by many. In the areas that they're open, guys, this can be an absolute blast. Really fun float fishing and really catch a lot of these guys. So today we're covering Chum salmon and some of the tech tips that'll help you guys get some more fish. So stay tuned. Gotta like that. Fish on. Alright, and so like I said, we're talking chums. So in the past, I've gone over some videos specifically on a float fishing setup and how to really do this. So if you want to check that out, take a look up here above. But today we're going to kind of basically run down a few different of the gear selections that work really well. In my opinion, some of the stuff that just makes this technique and species so fun to catch. For me, I love float fishing any chance I get. So chum salmon provide an opportunity this time of the year because they're really aggressive. They're usually higher in numbers, so you get an opportunity at least at a few fish in a trip. And you also get these really aggressive fish, so you can get them piled up together, which potentially means a lot of opportunity for bobber downs. So talking float fishing, there's a couple different ways you can actually get yours set up, and again, that video that I showed in the beginning will walk you through the full rod, reel, everything set up. But typically you have a couple choices in floats. I love running my clear drift float setup. It's typically what I have on year round, so salmon or steelhead. But this time of the year for chums, I just take off what I'm using normally for silvers with bait, and I put on my jigs for that. You can also use a styrofoam float as well. Fixed or sliding, either way can work well for you. I generally find that a sliding float, like a clear drift or a styrofoam, pegged to where it becomes a fixed float is key, because you can fish any and all types of water situations and really is versatile. So then quickly looking at standard setup with a bobber float weight, and we got about 3 feet a leader down to a jig, and this is just a standard 1/8 ounce jig that I tie up. And again, like I said, chum salmon are aggressive, so you can be as fancy as you want with the jig selections, but honestly, keeping it simple with chums really gets the job done. So a simple rabbit fur jig is really all you need. It can vary in different colors, from the pinks and purples to some oranges. Even chartreuse really does well for chums, and they are a huge sucker for tipped jigs with shrimp. So keep in mind, if you can get even those small salad shrimp from the grocery store and you cure them up a little bit, it'll make them super tough and really well for these jig tipping situations. If you don't have an ability to get bait like that but still want that same kind of attraction, you can go still using float fishing with jigs, but changing it over to something like a soft plastic. Now this happens to be an X Factor tackle shrimp tail, and this teaser shrimp tail is really a great way to imitate that shrimp tail with some scent. You can put your own on it, they come with scent, but this is a very effective way, and I've had a lot of success fishing over fish with that. You can also go to just a bare hook jig head with a hoochie skirt shoved over the top. Almost a similar scenario that you get with that X Factor tackle one. You have an ability with the actual skirt itself to put the scent inside of that. You can really make different color combinations. Very, very effective that way. But float fishing really isn't the only way to catch chums. They are a blast on the fly rod. If you have a single hander, double hander, you can swing your purple leech patterns and do really well. Even I got my first chum salmon on the fly rod for my spay a couple years back. You guys can see here. So they're really a fun fish because they're so aggressive. You guys can get them with twitching jigs, either the hoochie kind of style, or you can get them with some of these really nice feather jigs. I tie my own, so there's options with different color combinations, but a lot of great stuff's out there for twitchers. Guys run into these fish as they're fishing coho. They do kind of hang out in the same similar water, so you can definitely find aggressive fish that way. And lastly, I will cover a little bit about something that many don't probably throw for them, but if you're a bank guy, you may toss spinners for coho, and you can find out that chums are super aggressive towards something that's flashy. Something like this wicked lure here with a green and chartreuse color combination is deadly on chums in the flats and places where they're in transition water. You can get really aggressive fish to chase these down. If you're a boat angler, typically float fishing is a great way to set up your guys in the boat to start with. But if you're wanting to fish runs effectively and cover water, back and plugs can be a very effective way to do it as well. Again, because they are a very aggressive fish, they will readily hit big, Maglip 3.5s, your Brad's Wigglers. It's a fun way to get into some good sized fish this time of the fall. And let me tell you guys, when you can catch some of the biggest fish of the year and they have teeth like that, it just absolutely bulldog you all over the river. So why don't you guys take a look at what rivers are open for and around you with chum salmon, and I highly recommend you guys go check it out. It's going to only get better up until Thanksgiving. So this is Rick Dan with Moly Outdoors. Thank you so much for checking us out tonight. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe below, and you're going to see a whole lot more of this coming soon. So take care, guys. Enjoy a little footage here, and we'll see you out in the water. Fish on!